Drivers, to your cars.
And welcome to tonight's show. This is the Pony Express Broadcast Network. Tonight we're going to be bringing you the Bomb Squad Racing Drunken Cow Jerky Saturday Night Team Series live from Daytona. Qualifying's underway here. We got about a minute and 50 seconds for these guys to get their laps in before we head down to pit road for driver introductions. Bomb Squad Racing does something very unique here on Saturday nights in partnership with Drunken Cow Jerky, and we will certainly get into that later on and explain exactly what these guys do here for this team series and how they incorporate their real life sponsor. It's really cool what these guys do. I don't think there's any other league out there that does a team series like this. We see 10 cars have turned in qualifying laps so far. We have a little more than that in the field tonight. And it looks like it might be BSR Chevy Chase coming out of here with the pole.
Channel switched.
So there you have it. The 096 BSR Chevy Chase comes out of here with the pole.
Yep.
We're gonna go ahead and head down to pit road and do some driver intros here once these guys hop in their cars.
What?
Gentlemen, whenever you're ready to hop in your cars on pit road, we'll do these driver introductions.
We all in?
Yep, looks like it.
In the first position, BSR Chevy Chase in the 096 original flavor Drunken Cow Jerky car.
In number 2 position, BSR Ray 5050 in the number 11 Drunken Cow Hot Car.
It's Clef Death at number 201, driving the Beer Bacon.
This is BSR Chris V from Annapolis, Maryland, and driver of the number 10 Teriyaki Drunken Cow Jerky Chevrolet.
This is BSR DJ Champ, riding for Team Teriyaki.
BSR Momo, the number 54, driving the Wolf Bikes. Woof woof.
Manny D here from Rhode Island here, driving the ghost car here.
Number 066, Axel Foley, driving the 066 Ford Mustang from Long Island, New York.
SS Joba, driving the 56 Ghost Machine.
BSR Jimmy Dale, Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina, driving the Cheerios car.
BSR Nelly, driving the 103 Ghost car.
This is BSR Brain Fade, driving the 49 car for Team Hot.
Mookie Bones, number 003, driving for the Teriyaki team, aka Pepperoni.
BSR Scar, driving the number 83 for Team Hot.
Number 93, Drunken Cow Jerky Original, Toyota Camry, AK Racer.
Driving the number 38, BSR Pockets, driving for Team Beer Bacon for DrunkenCowJerky.com.
BSR Wings, number 31, Cheetos car, bringing up the rear.
All right, thank you, gentlemen, and good luck in tonight's race.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Channel switched.
So there you have it. Driver intros are complete. These guys got about a minute and a half, a happy hour left. Try and figure out where exactly their pit stall is and get ready to make some green flag pit stops here tonight. So with this minute and a half, I'll give you a quick little rundown of what these guys do. Bomb Squad Racing is a private league. It's only open by invitation. Basically, you got to be invited to race here. So you know that these guys running over here, they're serious simulation drivers, and they're the best of the best. Now, their real life sponsor, Drunken Cow Jerky, has 5 flavors of jerky. They are Ghost, Teriyaki, Hot, Beer Bacon, and Original. Now, since these guys have about 15 drivers that run on this Saturday night team series, what they do is they split it up, 3 drivers on each team, and you see the paint jobs out there representing the different flavors of jerky. And these guys run a 10 race series on super speedways. And, you know, the way they do points is the highest finisher from each team, that driver's points count. Now, coming into the night, it's a pretty tight battle. This is race number 8, so there's still 2 more races after this one. But the Ghost flavor is leading the points, with Teriyaki 3 points back. Hot is 1 point behind Teriyaki. Beer Bacon is 10 points out of the league, and Original is 23 points back in 5th place. So obviously tonight we're going to be talking about Bomb Squad Racing. We're going to be talking about Drunken Cow Jerky. We're going to have some cool graphics for you. We're going to have some commercials for you, and hopefully we're going to have some great racing for you. And as we see there, it's gonna be tricky getting on pit road tonight. Now we are running Daytona. It's a 50% race, so we're gonna run 100 laps. These guys run 2x on pit stops. Something else that these guys do different than any other league around. These guys are doing open setups. So all these guys you see out here, they have spent hours practicing and testing and tuning, trying to figure out the fastest way to get around Daytona. And here we go. We're going to line these guys up on pit road, and we're going to get this thing going.
Drivers, to your cars.
A little bit of a, perhaps a little bit of a hiccup there on the server's end, and so we will once again throw these cars on pit lane and get this show on the road. Now, another thing that the Bomb Squad Racing League does, if there is a accident or mechanical failure during the first 5 laps of the race, they will restart the race. Once they've completed lap 5, this race is official and they're going to the end. So keep that in mind, that we may see another restart if we do not make it past the first 5 laps. Alright, here we go. The engines have fired and we're rolling off a pit lane. Now, Team Original comes into the night 23 points out of the lead, so hopefully Chevy Chase here starting on the pole can close that deficit a little bit tonight. We see a hot car starting on the outside row, and then we see some beer bacon there back in 3rd place. And I tell you what, ever since we started planning this broadcast, that beer bacon, I've got to try it, and I'm definitely gonna be heading over to drunkencowjerky.com probably as soon as I get off here tonight, and I'm gonna order me some beer bacon. And I would suggest that you also order yourself some jerky. Now these guys run moderate damage. They run just 70 degrees clear weather. And these guys are projecting 17, 18 laps on a fuel run. So you figure 100 laps. If we stay green, these guys are going to have to pit. They're going to have to pit at least 4 times. So things could get very dicey. Another thing these guys do that nobody else does, they actually run the Cup physics in their Super Speedway series. Everybody else runs CTS physics, slower, easy to handle. These guys are balls to the wall, open setup, Cup physics, going as fast as they can make these cars go. And there we go, the pace car is off. Chevy Chase is going to lead us to the green flag. We see the 11 on the high line got a little bit of a better start, but here comes Chevy Chase back on the low side. And he pulls up, joins the high line. And then we see the 54 jump out of the high line to hook up with the 201 on the low line. And now we see Chevy Chase jump back to the low line. Now some of you might be wondering what are you see the 54. The 54 car, for some reason the paint job is not showing up tonight, but the 54 car actually represents another flavor that Drunken Cow Jerky offers, and those are the Wolf Bites, WOOF, and that's those are all meat dog treats. So he's not on a team out here, but he is representing the dog treats that you can also purchase from drunkencowjerky.com. And we see the 201 getting a hell of a push on the bottom line and taking over the lead. Things were getting a little dicey on the high side there, and the 11 fell off of the 096, but now here comes the 56 moving up into the high line. And then the rest of your default cars that you see out there, the 066 as well as the 33, those guys are not on teams, period, but they are members here at Bomb Squad Racing. And so they're out here racing for fun. They are not racing for points. And here we go. That's 3 laps in the books. If we can make it 2 more clean laps, this thing will be official. 201, still your race leader. Out there in that beer bacon car. Came into the night 10 points out of the lead. But for me, you know, when I hear that there's some jerky out there, and then the flavor is beer and bacon, it can't be bad. Not possible. So I can't wait to try it. It's like, for the most part, everybody's forming up single file, trying to get in that high line. You can do a little better job holding momentum out there and not scrub off speed like you do on the low line. And here we go. This is going to be the completion of lap 5. This race is going to be official. If they can just make it through turns 3 and 4. Right now we see 4 out of the 5 flavors represented in the top 5. Original nowhere in the picture. And there they go. That's the completion of lap 5. This race will count. So anything goes wrong for any of these drivers now, it's just come back next week and try again. The closest to the front original driver that we see is that 096 who started on the pole. Original really needs to have a good race here tonight with only 3 races to go, 23 points out. Those guys need to step it up. We see the 003, David Cannon looking low. Oh, and we have a wreck. The 096 and the 33 get together. Now the field is frozen. We will go back and take another look at that. And so these guys come back around to the line. We're going to go ahead and throw up our DrunkenCowJerky.com caution rewind screen while we go back and find the optimum angle of this caution for you guys to see. And we're back. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this wreck here involving the 33 and our pole sitter, the 096. Looks like the 096 just tried to shoot low on the 33, and the 33 just kept going low, perhaps trying to block them, just not soon enough, and they get together. Doesn't look like too much in the way of damage there. These guys do run moderate damage on Saturday nights. And we'll check one more angle of this. Shoot the camera up to the helicopter, see if we get a better idea what happened here. Yeah, it really just looks like the 096. You know, from that angle, it looks like the 096 wanted to pass the 33 on the low side, but he clipped the 33's left rear bumper before he was clear to do so. So tough luck there for the 33. But with moderate damage, hopefully he'll be okay. We see him on pit road, probably doing a little bit of hammering on the rear end there as he hit the wall at a decent speed. And here we go. Here's a 38 of BSR pocket. Let's go ahead and see if we can get in contact with the 38 here as we're under caution. Pockets, how's the race going?
I got you, Mark. Well, we had a little accident up there. I'm not sure what happened, but we're just settling in here to see who's going to be here to race the whole race and not just part of it.
We did. We were able to utilize the Drunken Cow Jerky caution rewind screen. Worked great, looked great. Everybody got to, actually see a visual image of the 5 flavors. You guys did good on the start, though. You made it, 7 laps before any incident, so we didn't have to utilize the restart rule. How's your car feeling?
I feel pretty good. I've got it trimmed out, ready for the long run, which I've figured that we're going to get here shortly, and try to nail our pit stops and just keep position and try to be there at the end for this thing.
All right, I'll let you get back to it, and I'll check in with you again later on.
Thank you, brother.
And we see a whole slew of cars heading down pit road again. Could be some fuel mileage at play here. It's a long race. So it looks like the 201, the 54, they stayed out. They were your top 2 when the caution came out, so these guys are obviously feeling pretty strong about track position over fuel mileage at this point in the race. We were watching the 003 of David Cannon attempting to make a pass on the low side when that caution came out right in front of him. He was able to get through there cleanly, and he is up into P6 right now. So essentially this just went from a 100 lap race to a 90 lap race. Everybody's gonna get a fresh restart here. Like I said, I don't believe the 33 has much damage. So with only 90 laps to go, it's definitely gonna change things up as far as fuel strategy. Now we see the 54 fakes pit road interest. The 003 David Cannon back in P6, he peels off, as well as 3/4 of the field. Top 2 still stay out. And the lights are out on the pace car. We are going to go back to racing here with 89 laps to go. so far, with 10% of the race done and over with. The 91 fastest lap of the night with a 45:39. The only car to get into the .3s. We'll see how the times change and progress throughout the night. See if anybody can get down into the 2s. And we'll also get with our in-race reporter a little later on in the race and have him further explain the relationship between Bomb Squad Racing and DrunkenCowJerky.com. Still 17 cars in this race. Super Speedway, Daytona, anybody could win this thing. And there goes the pace car and the, what is it, BSR Cliff, and the 201 will lead us back to the green. Man, we saw the 91 make an awesome move, get around the 54 before they even got to turn 1, and now he's looking low on the 201. BSR DJ Champ. That Dodge has some extra power tonight. 066 Axle pushing. The 201 is able to power back by on the outside with some assistance from the 54 car. So far early on in this race, it just doesn't look like the low line is the place to be, as we see the 91 will fall back into line up on the high side. We see the only two original flavor cars in the field tonight, hanging back. One of those cars was involved in that first caution. Single file all the way back to about P6, and no, then the 103 drops into line on the high side, so you gotta go all the way back to the 49 car to find someone trying the low line. Perhaps those three hot cars will hook up and see if they can do anything. And they are, the three hot cars on the low line. We see one teriyaki car, the 91 up there. We see these the three ghost cars lined up. See a beer bacon leading this pack and a beer bacon bringing up the rear of this pack. One thing you gotta consider, that 201 as well as the 54 and perhaps one or two more cars, as we come to the completion of lap 16, they're probably within about 3 laps of having to hit pit road. So we'll see how long those guys stay out, and we'll see who inherits the lead when they pit. Right now, these hot guys following behind that 91 Dodge Charger in the Teriyaki car, trying to lead the low line. Oh, and then they hang out one of their teammates. The 83 gets stuck down low. 49's a little indecisive on who he wants to help there. We see the 56 down there on the low side. '91 car riding the wall. No pit signal from these leaders yet. They did run a few laps under caution, so they can probably go to about lap 20, 21. And here comes the 91 with those hot cars trailing, trying to make a run on the low side. No pit signals yet. Let's take a look. A little further back in the field, we've got some cars who are well off the pace back here. We've got a 4-car pack. Couple of independent cars as well as the only 2 original cars in the field. So things right now are not looking good for original to close that gap. They are in last place, 23 points back. Pockets on the high side, starting to move towards the front now after playing it safe in the back for the first 20 laps of the race. We've got 2 Teriyakis and 3 Hots lined up on the low side. Strength in numbers, these guys are going to try to make a run. The only red car not on the low side is the 003 of David Cannon. But he's got Pockets pushing him. "13 cars running close to 200 miles an hour, all within inches of each other, all with I've driven some of these open setups, and these things are loose. They are not like the fixed setups or the CTS physics that most people run in the Super Speedway Series. There the 003 of David Cannon goes. Jumps down on the low line with the rest of the red cars, the Teriyaki and the Hot. So now it's 3 Teriyaki followed by 3 Hot. Let's see if these guys can overpower that outside line. Alright, we're about a quarter of the way through this race. We're going to go ahead and we've got a Drunken Cow Jerky commercial for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and throw that up on the screen. You'll still be able to see some racing action up in the top left corner. But here it is. Check out Drunken Cow Jerky.
I'm Matthew JC. JC All-Stars here. This is Drunken Cow Jerky. This is the best jerky in all the land. Trust me.
It's all a lie. You feel this fight. That's just more fuel for you. Don't lose your mind. It's worth your strife. Take hold. It's all for you.
There you have it. Thank you to Drunken Cow Jerky and JC All-Stars for providing that commercial for us. Meanwhile, BSR Pockets in the 38, he is making some moves after playing it safe the first 20 laps. He is now down there, jumped in front of those Teriyaki guys, and he is leading the low line. He's got a teammate leading the race, so you know these two would like to hook up and pull Beer Bacon out of 4th place and into the title hunt. And the 201 and the 54 also give up the high line and move down to the low side to hook up with Pockets. So now we'll see what those 2 Ghost cars and 3 Hot cars can do on the outside now that the low line has all the numbers. We happen to look at the chat there and see the 066. He's leading that 4-car pack that is several seconds back, and he's definitely hoping for a caution flag to make up that gap. As we see there, it's about 13 cars in this pack, and then the other 4 cars are about 10 seconds back. Lap speed wise, we have had a car finally break into the 2s, and it was the number 11. Let's see if we can't take a lap here with BSR Pockets. Hop in his cockpit and see what it looks like running a lap around Daytona at these speeds. As we saw the 54 peel off to pit there all by himself. And that leaves Pockets to hook up with his teammate BSR Texan in the 201. Looks like we're going to see the 201 pit this lap. Let's keep an eye on here, see how cleanly he can make this stop. 38 and 710 are going to pull off and pit with him. 38 with an awesome pit entry there. Slightly better than the 201. We'll see if we beat him off a pit road. Right side tires going on the 201. And 2-tire stop for the 201. He does beat Pockets off a pit road. So 30 laps in the books, 70 laps to go as these guys begin their first round of green flag pit stops. And we see the rest of the field pitted the very next lap, and now they're all racing off of pit road. We'll have to see how this shakes out. See if the 56, he came in first. We'll see if he's able to maintain the lead after this cycles through. And it looks like the 56 will maintain the race lead. Things are a little spread out now. We see some 2-car packs, some 3-car packs. We'll see how much these guys are able to close it up. You definitely don't want to be in the pack that isn't able to close it up. As we see the 49 looking low on the 56. Doesn't have any help though. Those are 2 teammates he's trying to pass. A couple of ghost cars, and those guys are the points leader, so they certainly know what they're doing. And now the 49 will fall back into line. Looks like we got a 5-car pack. Looks like that 3-car pack right behind him is definitely going to catch up. We'll see if those other 2 red cars can catch up. We see the 201 and the 38 beer baking cars jumping to the Lowe's line. They pitted a lap early with less help, but they were able to keep up with the lead pack, so they're still in this thing. 8 cars side by side. Looking at that 83 right there, the hot car BSR Scar. We want to give him a shout out as well. Oh, see the 103 Bobble, 3 wide. We want to give the 83 a shout out, BSR Scar. He is the one who created and provided us with all of the Bomb Squad Racing and Drunken Cow Jerky graphics that you see here tonight. And my understanding is he also painted all of these cars. So shout out to BSR Scar for all the graphic work that he does. And so it looks like the final 2 cars that are going to catch the lead pack have done so. It looks like we're going to have a 10-car pack with 11th and 12th about 4 seconds back, and then about 5 random cars even further back. So it's a 10-car breakaway at this point, 35 laps down, 65 to go. That 54 you see in the middle of the 3 wide representing Wolf Bites, he has now turned the fastest lap of the race at 45.278. Things are getting hairy now, 3 wide still. Three wide, 2 or 3 rows deep. Amazing car control by these 10 drivers right here to keep it off of the guy to your left, the guy to your right, the wall to the right. And things settle in a little bit. We get back to 2 wide racing. The 11 car out there in that hot red Chevrolet takes over the race lead. Now we see the 91 in the Dodge Charger Teriyaki car leading the low line with pockets pushing. That Dodge Charger has been strong all night. The 11 able to power back by on the high side, some help with the 54. If you're just tuning in, this is the Pony Express Broadcast Network, bringing you the Bomb Squad Racing Drunken Cow Jerky Saturday Night Team Series, live from Daytona International Speedway. To give you an idea of why these guys are able to run these speeds 3 wide and not wreck, these guys have been racing together for many years and many seasons. It is my understanding this is season number 29. They run 10 race seasons. This being the 8th race of the season, this would make this race number 288 here in the team series at Bomb Squad Racing. They are quickly closing in on a historic 300th race. That'll be next season, their season finale, 300 races. And who knows, you might just see Pony Express Broadcast Network tune in that night. You know, hopefully, if all the stars align, we might just bring you that race live to help these guys celebrate. 54 trying to get to the front there on the bottom. So no surprise here if you looked at the team standings coming into the night and then you see this 10-car breakaway. You've got the top 4 teams in points represented here, and the bottom team, Original, nowhere to be seen. Speaking of people who have fallen a little back tonight, these guys, the lead car, the 10-car lead pack, they are quickly closing on the 066 of Axel, and they are going to put him a lap down. The 066 will stay high and ride the wall and let these guys get through. For the most part, these guys dropped a single file to easily get by. Couple cars got to go 3 wide on the straight. Still 3 wide in the turn. And there we go. The 066 will latch onto the back of this pack, and who knows, maybe he can race his way back onto the lead lap. See the 201 and the 38 of pockets, couple the 2 beer bacon cars. They have hooked back up, but you got a couple of hot cars out there leading the way. That 11 car has been fast all night. He's second fastest lap of the race, and he's been leading this race for quite some time now. Get a little bit broader view here. We got a nice sunny day at Daytona International Speedway. The hurricane has passed through, and they were able to dry the track, and the sun came out, the clouds parted. Beautiful day race here on a Saturday night. Let's see if we can't pop down into the field here and get some different camera views, get a better idea of what these guys are going through. Riding along here on the nose of the 38 car as he's pushing his teammate, the 201. These 3 cars on the low line just not able to compete with the 6 cars on the high line. We're riding along, you know, following the 38. Let's go ahead and check in with the 38 since we're following him on camera anyways. Pockets, we see you've been able to hook up with your teammate, the 201, and he led a lot of laps tonight. He's definitely quick. You guys think you're gonna be able to make anything happen tonight?
Yeah, we usually work really well together. Clef is one of the top sim racers out there, and he's really smart, really good, clean driver. We're just trying to play our hand here, nail our pit stops, and see what happens. We always try to, you know, play the smart game here and don't put ourselves in too much danger, but we got high hopes anyway.
Now we saw that first round of green flag pit stops whittled the field down to just a 10-car breakaway, so your chances are definitely improving.
Yeah, we got another pit stop here, so we'll see what happens.
Are you about to pit right now?
We're going to go around one more time here, and then we're going to go in, top off of fuel, take right side tires this time, and get back out there as fast as we can, see what happens here.
Alright, I'm going to head back down to the booth. I'm going to do this Veterans Tribute, and I'll check back in with you in a little while.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Alright, so we heard Pockets there talking about, so, you know, they just crossed the line this time by. Him and his teammate and probably a couple other cars are going to head down pit road, get some right side tires and some fuel. Now, Pony Express Broadcast Network, we're kind of new on the scene. Most of you probably haven't heard of us. But there's something that we have always done in every broadcast we've ever done, and even though we've expanded to offer our services to the rest of the NR 2003 community, it's non-negotiable what we do here. And what that is, around the midpoint of every race that we broadcast, we like to do a tribute to our veterans. I'm a veteran. My dad, my grandpa, both grandpas. It's come from a long line of veterans, and I you know, obviously being a veteran, I know a lot of other veterans. I work at the post office now. I know a lot of veterans at the post office. I race with a lot of veterans on this game, and so we like to do a veterans tribute around the midpoint of every race that we broadcast. And if you don't like that, then we're definitely not the broadcaster for you, because we will never do a broadcast without saying thank you to the veterans. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, and you know, you'll still be able to see some racing action, but this is the Pony Express Broadcast Network tribute to the veterans. And we're back. That was our veterans tribute. You know, we used to do a silent lap for the veterans. Then we decided that it just wasn't making our point for us, and so we switched to a little video montage there. And I apologize, there's normally some music accommodating that, but slight technical difficulties, but you still got to see it and hear these guys running around Daytona. Pit stops have been completed, everything's cycled through, and we see the 201 and the 38, those two beer bacon cars successfully nailed their pit stops and are right there at the front of this 10 car pack again. But the 11, that hot Chevrolet, he just will not give up the lead on that outside line. And he is, if I had to make a call right now in the middle of the race, make a pick to win, I'm going with the 11. The 11, the hot car, third place in points. That's my pick to win the race tonight. So we're back with our in-car reporter, BSR Pockets in the 38 car. We just finished our Veterans Tribute. Looks like you guys nailed your pit stop and are right there in the thick of things in this 10 car pack still.
Yeah, we got in and out pretty good there. Working again here with my teammate, Cleft Outfit in the 201. We're just trying to work our way through here, and points kind of matter. Well, we got a car blowed up here. Look for the caution flag.
And the caution is out. Caution is out. So once again we get interrupted, but I'll check back in with you again. So second caution of the night. Looks like somebody blew up. Perhaps too much tape. Perhaps too much drafting. Maybe a little bit of front end damage. We are going to throw up that drunkencowjerky.com caution rewind screen though, and we're going to go back and see who exactly that was that blew up. And we're back, and it looks like it's another tough break, another caution for the original team. The 93 blows up. Crosses the start-finish line, and the motor just gives out and gets a little loose there trying to hold on to it. But he's able to get down on the apron. Everybody safely gets by. He touches the grass. And so the night is going to be over for BSR AK Racer in the 93 original car. That leaves only one original car left in this race. That caution flag, though, is going to help a lot of drivers who've been waiting a lot of laps for some help to catch that 10 car pack. So we see cars making pit stops. We see the 201 slid through his stall and had to back up. That's going to cost him some track position. So we see the 11 car, still your race leader, with his teammate behind him, the 83 BSR Scar, our graphics creator tonight. Alright, checking back in with BSR Pockets, our in-race reporter. He's also one of the top admins here at Bomb Squad Racing. Now, I've given the viewers all the information I can about Bomb Squad Racing and Drunken Cow Jerky and this Saturday night team series. Why don't you go ahead and let the viewers know what you obviously know more than I do. So what do you have to say about it all?
Well, basically, this Saturday Night Team Series is one of our longest series. This series, Bomb Squad Racing was always famous for putting up a little bit longer race on Saturday night. And for many years, we just ran a 10-race series, and we decided to find a way to kind of mix things up. And what we did is we started dividing ourselves into teams. Basically, what we do, anybody that wants to participate, we pick teams by using the lotto start, and we just it's kind of like rolling the dice. And when we got our sponsor, we wanted to figure out a unique way to kind of give a shout out to our sponsor. So a couple of seasons ago, we devised a way to come up and name each team for each 5 flavors of the beef jerky at drunkencowjerky.com. So that's where you get the battle of the 5 flavors Saturday Night Team Series. This is actually season 29. So if you do the math, 10 races each season, we are at getting close to 290 races in this series. And the team series started in 2006.
Now, do you guys do lucky dogs and waiver rounds?
We do the lucky dog, but no waiver round. And it's a lucky dog up till 10 to go. No race back until 10 to go also.
And do you guys have any sort of blocking rule?
I'm sorry, say that last part again.
Do you guys have any sort of rule against blocking?
10 to go, blocking is allowed. And it happens, and we just try to encourage everybody to be smart about it. But with 10 to go, pretty much we try to throw all of the caution to the wind and the rules out the window and race real hard. And you'll probably see some of that here a little bit later.
And how long have you guys been partnered with Drunken Cow Jerky?
We are in our 2nd year right now of being partnered with Drunken Cow Jerky. Last year, Drunken Cow Jerky went through our full season with us, and at the end of the season, they provided us with some nice trophies and nice beef jerky products for the champion in each one of our 3 series that run on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And Bomb Squad Racing, you guys are invitation top sim racers only.
Yes, we are invitation only, but if anybody is interested in, trying to figure out how to get an invitation, they can contact our Facebook page at Bomb Squad Racing on Facebook. And I'm usually hanging around there, and you can come talk to us on Facebook, and we'll see about getting you an invitation to get in here.
Now, I'm gonna let you know that I've got the 11 car as my pick to win this race, but all night I've been talking about I just can't get over the fact that there's some jerky called beer bacon, and it has to be the best flavor. Am I right?
It is a really good flavor. It's the only one that's different because it is marinated for 24 hours in Shiner Bock instead of the basic whiskey marinade that he uses for all the other flavors. So it is the most unique flavor.
Now let me ask you a question. If you is there in fact a turkey jerky, a jalapeno over there?
The turkey jerky is available in limited quality. Sometimes he makes it. It was at one time one of the original flavors, but he kind of discontinued it. But every once in a while, he'll come up with something for a limited time or something like that. So that is one of the flavors that you see. That is an older graphic that's still showing the jalapeno turkey. But like I said, from time to time, he'll make a special batch of, it's just kind of a surprise sometimes, and he advertises it, and it's in limited quantities, and you can order it and get it at drunkencowjerky.com.
And real quick, final question: how hot is the ghost flavor?
It's not. Here's what I tell people. He makes it sound a lot scarier than it actually is. If you like really spicy stuff, then it's a good option for you. It's not so hot that you know some of those things are really hot, but what's great about the Ghost is that it has such a unique, great flavor that the ghost pepper adds to it. It's just a little bit different flavor than the actual hot. And so if you're reading the description on it, like I said, he makes it sound a lot scarier than it actually is. So don't be afraid to try it. It is really good.
And then I suppose I'll ask you one more question. I'm sure you know the answer to this. Who provided the music on that Drunken Cow Jerky commercial?
That would be Matthew JC and the All-Stars. That is a close personal friend of Mark and Richard Heyman, the owners of Drunken Cow Jerky.
And then I've already gave a shout out to BSR Scar a little earlier in the broadcast. I know he did all the graphics. He paints your cars as well?
Yes, he along with BSR Wings are our two primary painters. BSR Scar also does a lot of graphic work for Drunken Cow Jerky, which is an interesting story. Whenever we got involved with Drunken Cow Jerky, Scar actually has a graphics business, and I told Mark, the owner of Drunken Cow Jerky, about the things that Scar could do, and he looked at some of Scar's work, and he became the graphic person. He also designed all the new packages, all the logos, and everything for Drunken Cow Jerky.
I believe Scar told me a couple days ago that he just wrapped up redesigning the labels, actually.
Absolutely, he sure did. The packages that if you order some now, you'll probably start seeing some of the new graphics on the packages of Drunken Cow Jerky, and those were designed by our good friend BSR Scar.
And are you guys going to be? So are the car paint jobs going to be slightly updated for season 10?
Absolutely, we are going to go through a major overhaul here because we've actually got a new cow. We've got the new cow is being reflected on our cars now, but yeah, and especially before we start 2017, there'll be all new graphics team wide for all cars representing Drunken Cow Jerky.
And then what other series does Bomb Squad Racing offer?
We basically run a full season of all three major NASCAR series. We have a special way of scoring the points so that you can still miss some races and still be current in the points and have a mathematical chance at a championship. On Wednesday night, we run the Craftsman Truck Series, and we follow the whole Craftsman Truck Series schedule. On Thursday night, that's our big night. We follow the whole NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, and on Friday nights, we follow the whole nationwide schedule series.
Alright, so there you have it. Right from BSR Pockets. Everything you need to know about Bomb Squad Racing, Drunken Cow Jerky, and the awesome graphic work from BSR Scar. We see you hanging out in the back of the pack there. We'll let you still, 35 laps to go, but we're going to let you make some moves, and we're going to head back over to the booth.
All right, I'm headed back up front. Thanks for your time, buddy.
All right, so back in the booth, we see the 91, that Dodge Charger. He must be running that new Hellcat with 700 horsepower, because he is able to go to the front whenever he feels like it. Meanwhile, the 11, my pick to win, here he comes, trying to work the low side. I can't tell you this, since that caution, it's a 14 car pack. with a couple lappers instead of just a 10-car pack. So 4 guys benefited greatly from that caution, and now they're right back in this race, including the 096 BSR Chevy Chase, your pole sitter, and the lone original driver out there. So it's still a chance for original to gain some points tonight. And here comes the 11 in the hot car, leading that low line. I really feel like the 11 and the 91, as we see the 11 jump in front of the 91 on the high line, I really feel like those 2 cars have been the class of the field. The 11, the 91, and the 201. Dominating tonight. But here comes the 56. The 54 has been a hell of a pusher tonight. It's almost every car that has led this race has gotten there from a push by the 54. BSR Momo. So, and here comes the 003. David Cannon now pushing the 54. Perhaps it's the 54's turn to get out front and lead this race. He's got David Cannon and Chevy Chase pushing him. .30 laps to go. I think all of these cars can make it on one more stop. Here in about 10 more laps, they'll be pretty much in their window to make it to the finish. So with that being said and everything being kind of calm right now, the 003 jumps to the high side, gets around the 54, jumps back to the low side. David Cannon looking for the race lead. The 11's not sure which car to push. I think the 003 might have led that lap. Oh, you know what? The 003, that's why he's racing so hard. David Cannon lap down. He's up there trying to get his lap back, or at least be in position for the lucky dog should the caution come out. He would need a caution within the next 20 laps, though, as we heard Pocket say. After 10 to go, there are no more lucky dogs. And so now the 11 jumps to the low line, trying to take the lead over from the 56. Alright, 29, 30 laps to go. We're going to go ahead and run that DrunkenCowJerky.com commercial for you one more time. We heard a little bit more about who they are and what they do and what they offer from BSR Pockets. So let's take one more look at that commercial.
I'm Matthew JC. JC All-Stars here. This is Drunken Cow Jerky. This is the best jerky in all the land. Trust me.
It's all a lie. You feel this fight. That's just more fuel for you. Don't lose your mind. It's worth your strife. Take hold. It's all for you.
And so there it was. Matthew JC, the JC All-Stars, DrunkenCowJerky.com commercial. We see these guys have all settled in back into a single file line running the high side. The 11 car, no surprise, leading the pack still again. See BSR Pockets way back there at the back of this line. Still playing it conservative. Still quite a ways to go. Now, we obviously spent some time chatting with BSR Pockets, one of the head admins here, and our in-race reporter tonight. And we have to give a shout out to BSR Pockets. He's from Pony Express Broadcast Network. He really is the reason that we have expanded and improved our shows. Our broadcasts are nothing like what we were doing a year ago. He opened the door and gave us the chance to expand and offer our services to the rest of the NR 2003 community. So as we move down this road and down this path, all the leagues who are now able to come to Pony Express Broadcast Network and purchase a broadcast package and get their league out there on TV, I have to thank BSR Pockets for opening that door for us. So thank you, and I'm sure all the leagues in the future who get broadcasts, they will be glad that you opened this door for them. "25 laps to go. The 11 your leader, 56 second, 91 third, and 201 fourth. 4 of the fastest cars we've seen all night. 4 different flavors. And all 4 of those flavors are in the top 4 in points. We see the original car back there in about 8th through 10th. The 096 Chevy Chase. He was your pole sitter. He did bring out the first caution of the race. So he may have a little bit of nose damage. But he is the only car representing the original flavor. And they are 5th in points. And he desperately needs to make something happen here in the next 24 laps. Now, if you want to talk numbers, just looking at the front, the 11 is leading. He's been strong all night, but that 91 Dodge has a couple teammates, just one car between them. And I feel like if those 3 teammates can get hooked up, especially with that Dodge Hellcat Charger leading the way, it might be hard to stop the 91 BSR DJ Champ from bringing home the victory tonight for Teriyaki and possibly taking over the points lead. Still 14 cars in this lead pack, 16 cars if you count the 2 lappers. 1 car, the 93 original flavor, he did have some engine issues and he is out of the race, but still 16 cars running. We see it looks like, I think that's the 33 BSR Jimmy Dale in that Cheerios Chevrolet back there. He might be losing the draft. He is a lap down though. So right now, if the caution were to come out, the 003 of David Cannon would be your lucky dog recipient. As we see cars making their final pit stops. Possibly 22 laps to go, 21 laps to go. We'll see if those guys are able to stretch out their fuel or if they pitted too early. But yeah, 003 David Cannon would be your lucky dog if something happens in the next 11 laps. Also, yeah, I mentioned BSR Pockets helping out Pony Express Broadcast Network. Also, shout out to the 003, David Cannon, one of the owners over there at RTG, Rolling Thunder Gaming. He also involved in initiating discussions with Pony Express Broadcast Network and trying to talk us into greatly stepping up our game as well as offering our services to other leagues. So shout out to BSR Pockets and David Cannon for starting the discussion to get me out of my comfort zone and really push it to the next level. And we've got cars together and big wreck trying to get off pit road. No caution yet. And it doesn't look like we're going to have a caution. Big trouble for the 91. One of the fastest cars out there tonight. He was involved. 83 BSR Scar involved. And unfortunately, where it happened there on pit exit, the caution flag did not come out. So the 91 and a couple other cars, the 83, they're in real trouble now after that huge wreck trying to get off pit road. We're gonna throw our caution rewind screen up, even though the caution's not out. We're gonna throw that screen up there. We're gonna go back and take another look at what happened on pit exit. Alright, and we're back. We're going to take a look here at the 91 and try to get a good idea, better idea of how these guys got together on pit exit. Looks like the 201 just got sideways trying to pull out, and the 91 gets into him, and this is going to collect several cars. We'll shoot it up to the helicopter and get an even better view of what happened here. There you have the 201 trying to clear the 11. The 91 gets him, gets into the 83, the 56. The 31 piles in there, the Cheetos car. Tough break for these guys. No caution though. So shooting back up front, taking a look at your leaders. Looks like we now are down to a 6-car pack. 17 laps to go. Let's talk about who's in this pack. The 103 is now your race leader. We haven't seen him or talked about him much tonight. The 49, the 56, the 10. Look out, here's the 096 BSR Chevy Chase, the only original driver out there, your pole sitter. He's now up to P5. Oh, and somebody's blowing up. Looks like we just lost one of those ghost cars. The caution is out. 16 laps to go. There will be a lucky dog. That will go to the 003 of David Cannon. And it's also going to help those guys who got caught up on the wreck exiting pit road. So we're going to take another look at our caution rewind screen here. Go back and see who that was that blew up. And we're back, and it looks like the 56, who's been strong, been running up towards the front all day, blows up right there in the middle of the pack, gets a tap from the rear. able to do some fishtailing though and get it safely down pit road. But still just enough oil on the track to bring the caution out. So tough break there for the 56 car. And Ghost, the points leader, is now down a car in tonight's race. So, hell of a break though for the 003. David Cannon is going to get his lap back. Just in time to 5 laps before the 10 lap cutoff for the lucky dog rule. Checking in one more time here with our in-race reporter, the 38 car BSR Pockets. So, I don't know if you saw the big pile up on the exit of pit road, but it didn't bring out the caution, so this caution definitely helps all those guys who had fallen way back.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing on the over the radio, the 201 lost first gear, and that's what caused that little melee there at the end of pit road. Luckily, we just barely snuck by it, just like we just barely snuck by the 56 losing his motor right there.
And also perfect timing for the 003 David Cannon, 4 laps away from not being able to get the lucky dog, and he catches a caution and he'll get his lap back.
Yeah, he got lucky right there. We were all right on the edge of the fuel window right there. There was a little bit of strategy being played there because we were all really close to being able to make it. I was actually almost a lap short, but I thought that I could maybe save some. And with this caution come out, it's kind of played into my hand.
So there you have it. After that caution, everybody is going to be good to go to the end. So we're not going to see any more. Not going to see any more pit stops tonight. We will see the 003 get back on the lead laps. We'll see if he is able to capitalize on that. Tough break for the 201. Yeah, we saw him get a little sideways there on pit road exit and collect a few cars, but because of where it was, it didn't bring out the caution, and just a tough break for the 56.
Yeah, I believe the 201 may be okay. He's going to have a tough time on this restart, but the way these cars are geared, he actually doesn't even use first gear on the restart, so he may be okay. He's radioed me and told me that he feels confident, and I see him back there in my mirror, so that's always a good sign.
Alright, we're going to head back to the booth and let you guys get ready for this 10 to 12 lap final shootout.
All right, put your seatbelt on. This is going to be a rough ride, I promise you.
You're saying this is where people's feelings get hurt.
Business is about to pick up.
Alright, good luck.
Thank you, sir. Good luck to you, too.
So there you have it, our in-race reporter, BSR Pockets. Little inside line on what's going on. 201 lost first gear, but he's not using it anyway, so he'll be alright. He's not going to have to pay it. Everybody will be good on fuel from here on out. Probably going to restart with about 11 or 12 laps to go. We did see about 5 or 6 laps head down pit road. Those guys were perhaps closer on fuel than others, or, you know, they might feel like some fresh tires here might be needed in order to make that low line finally work. But we'll see what happens. We see the 11 car there in 3rd place. My pick to win the race tonight. So we now have 2 cars with blown motors and are out of the race. Shows 2 cars lapped down, but the 003 David Cannon will actually receive the lucky dog and get his lap back. So we're going to have 14 cars here on the lead lap, 15 cars in the race. And the lights are out on that Dodge Charger pace car. So we will restart with 12 laps to go. Pony Express Broadcast Network, Bomb Squad Racing, Drunken Cow Jerky, Saturday Night Team Series, live from Daytona. We're about to restart with 12 laps to go. Which flavor will come out on top? And the pace car pulls off. The 49 car is going to lead us down to the green flag. BSR Brain Fade. Driving the hot flavored Chevrolet SS, and the 10 jumps out immediately in the teriyaki car. These guys do run open setups, so definitely some different gearing there for the 10. And he's able to get the race lead on the restart as they go down into turn 1. Oh, the 38 tries looking low. Touches the 49. The 49 saves it. 3 wide. 49 keeps it low. He's going to drop to the back of the pack. 103 now looking inside on the 38. Hell of a save there. That's the Allstate Good Hands Award right there. 103 takes over second place. Oh, and they're wrecking. Ten to go. Caution is out. We're going to go back to the caution rewind screen and let you see what happened. And we're back. Let's take a look and see how this unfolds. Looks like the hot car got into the ghost car, got into the 54 car. He nearly goes upside down. Take a different look at it. And here's a different view from our helicopter. It looks like the The 710 Ghost car just comes down a little bit on the 83. They were 3 wide. Tough break there for the 83. He's been caught up twice now in incidents, no cause of his own. We'll see these guys head down pit road for some fresh tires and perhaps a little bit of hammering. Back up front, the 10 is still your leader, 103 second. Pockets in third, 11 fourth. And the 096 BSR Chevy Chase started the race in the pole, sitting P5. And look at this, the 003 David Cannon, the lucky dog recipient. Not this caution, but the caution prior. He's up into P8, looking to make something happen after getting that lap back. Checking in with our in-race reporter once again. Now, Pockets, that caution was, what, 10, 11 to go? Was there a lucky dog on that caution?
I believe there was, yeah. They announced the number 33 of BSR Jimmy Dale received the lucky dog. He just got there just in time.
Alright, so now, no more lucky dogs, and now you guys race back to the line if there's another caution, right?
Absolutely. All the cards are on the table now. It's like I said before, it's business about to pick up right here.
Alright, we saw you get back, get into the back of a car during that little green flag stint there, and he did a hell of a job saving it down there.
Absolutely fabulous job. I told him on the radio, I radioed and told him I was waiting for him to come down and make that move because I knew that wasn't his teammate in front of him, and he waited just a split second too soon, and I lifted but still made contact with him, and he made a excellent job saving that. That's a BSR brain fade. He's one of the staples here at Bomb Squad Racing.
Alright, well it looks like that caution was just a product of 3 wide racing with 10 laps to go back there. Nothing anybody could have done different.
Yeah, I didn't really hear anybody say what caused it. I think the 83 of BSR Scars claimed it taking the end of the longest line. I'm hoping that we don't have a discussion anymore under caution here. I hope the next discussion you and I have is in the winner's circle.
Alright, well, caution lights should be out soon, and we'll see if you're able to stay in the top 3. We might let you come to the post-race interviews.
I hear you, brother. It's fixing to get exciting, so get ready.
Alright, we'll see you after the race.
Thank you.
So there you have it. We will have post-race interviews of your top 3 finishers immediately following this race. Here we go. The lights are out on the pace car. And we will restart this race with 7 laps remaining. The rules are a little different now that we're within 10 to go. If a caution comes out, these guys will now race back to the line. Earlier they weren't, now they will. And looks like the 33 should be getting the lucky dog on that caution, so we're not going to have any cars lap down anyways. But if there were, there would be no more lucky dogs after 10 to go. So should be a 15 car battle here, 7 laps to go. I'm still putting my money on that number 11 hot flavored Chevrolet sitting there in P4. I think he's going to pull off the victory. Alright, there goes the Dodge Charger pace car. The 10 car is going to lead us back to the line. 7 to go on what should be our final restart. Here comes the 11. The 11 and 201 looking low. The 096 Chevy Chase staying on the high side, tucking up behind pockets. Trying to get a good finish here for Original as they are in 5th place in points. .38 and 201 teammates side by side. 10 car with a great restart. Here goes the 38 looking low. The 103 blocks. The 096 hung out on the high side. He's got help coming from the Teriyaki boys. Ten car driving out of his rearview mirror right now. Ten car moves up to block the high line. 38 looking low. Not able to get there. Maybe the 096 can make a move on the high side. I think it's going to take a multi-pronged attack to get by that 10, as right now he's just able to block one line at a time, making a move. 5 laps to go. Now he blocks the high line. Jumps in front of BSR Chevy Chase in the 096 original car. Here comes help. Oh, and where you got a wreck. That is going to end the race with 4 to go. We see these guys racing back to the line. To 10. 10 is going to claim the victory. BSR Brain Fade in 2nd. BSR Pockets in 3rd. I guess he'll get to join us in the post-race interviews after all. Alright, well, as these guys run their last couple laps under caution, we're going to go ahead and do one more caution rewind screen and go back and see what happened. we're back. We're going to go ahead and take a look at this here. It looks like the 096 BSR Chevy Chase tries to go low. The 91 tries to go even lower. It gets under him, right along on the front of pockets. He hits a couple cars, gets hit from behind. Let's take another look at that here. Yeah, we see the 096 tries to block the Teriyaki teammates from getting up there. Ends up on his roof in the catch fence. Lots of cars caught up in this. A race-ending caution. Take one more look here at what would be considered the big one of the night. See the 201 caught up in there. Beer bacon car. Tough break for the 096. Nice pulsator and the only original car that was left in the race. Original is, instead of gaining points, they're going to lose points tonight. Cars on their roof in the infield grass. So I believe this race is going to be concluded under caution. We'll wait and see here if the caution lights go out before making the official call. And the caution lights stay on. This race is over. These guys still got to run 2 more laps to take the checkered flag. But BSR Chris V and the teriyaki flavored Chevrolet SS brings home the race win. Congratulations to the 10. BSR Brain Fade. We saw him with a little trouble on pit road earlier, but he's able to bring his number 49 hot flavored Chevy SS home in second place. And then BSR Pockets in the Beer Bacon 38 Chevrolet, our in-race reporter tonight, brings it home P3 podium finish. And we will get those 3 guys in the booth for some post-race interviews as soon as they're finished with these couple laps. Rounding out the top 5, we see BSR Wings in the 31. He is a Cheetos car. He is an independent. He's not affiliated with a team flavor. BSR Ray, the 11 hot flavored Chevrolet SS, my pick to win the race. Comes home P5 due to a race-ending caution. I still think he could have got it done. Maybe next week. Manny D in the 710, the highest finishing Ghost flavored car, brings it home P6. Ghost came into the night as your points leader. They will not be leaving tonight with the points lead. So it's going to be quite a points shakeup, and it's really going to tighten this points battle with only 2 races to go. And there we go, white flag. They'll Drive it around the track one more time under caution before taking the checkered. We see the 38 up there with a door tap on the 10, congratulating him for the win. Door tap on the 49, congratulating him on P2. Hell of a race tonight. You know, most people play this game, they think they've seen, if you've seen one race at Daytona, you've seen them all, but these guys with their cup physics and open setups really put on a different kind of show than what you might see at other leagues with the CTS physics and fixed setups. These guys are moving at a good 10 miles per hour more, at least. And so it takes these cars are a little looser, a little harder to hold on to in the corner, and they're also, it's a little more tricky to get on pit road here under green flag stops. So hats off to these Bomb Squad Racing Drunken Cow Jerky Saturday Night Team Series racers. We'll see if the 10 does a burnout here or simply parks it. Once again, congratulations to the number 10 teriyaki flavored Chevy SS BSR Chris V as he completes his parade lap here at Daytona. And he will give the fans a burnout. Tearing up the infield grass.
User joined your channel.
All right, so the 10 car, as he wraps up his burnout, let's go ahead and get over to that Drunken Cow Jerky post-race interview screen and start pulling some people in here. And we're joined in the booth already. Third place finisher, BSR Pockets. Congrats on the podium.
Hey, that was tough. I'd like to seen it go green the rest of the way there, but they had a little mishap up in front of us, and we got lucky to get through there, and we'll take a third place finish.
User was moved to your channel.
And then we've also got BSR Chris and BSR Brain Fade joining us in the Drunken Cow Jerky victory lane. We're going to start off with our race winner, BSR Chris and the number 10 teriyaki flavored Chevrolet SS. Congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man.
Nice. You did a nice burnout there at the end. Tore up some grass. We're going to have to get Pockets out there to fix that.
He's good at fixing grass.
Now, we obviously had a race ending caution with 3-4 laps to go. How good was your car, Chris? Do you think you would have been able to hold them off anyways?
I kind of think so. I taped up in the last pit stop. I took the tape up to 75%, and in the earlier restarts when I was taking off pretty good, and I was actually taking off too good because I was getting a big lead, which wasn't good because they were able to come and catch me. But throughout the whole night, I was just kind of like in the second, third, fourth, fifth position. But I knew my car had a powerful car, and if I could be near the front, near the end of the race, I knew I would have something for him.
And I was wondering about that. There was a restart or two where you were able to restart in second or third and just drive by everybody out and jump out front.
Yeah.
Now, your teriyaki car was definitely strong, and if I'm looking at the points coming into the night and the way you finished, I'm gonna have to guess Teriyaki's gonna come out of here as the new points leader.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. I think we're gonna walk out of here with the points lead. I think. I led a lap. The team won. I think we were only 3 points back when the race started. So I'm looking forward to seeing the points after they're put up.
And the hot flavor driver, BSR Brain Fade, bringing it home P2. You guys came into the night only 1 point behind Teriyaki, so you're definitely keeping the points battle tight. Congratulations on the second place.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a good race. Would have liked to seen it go green. I had 80 tape on. I was making a charge from the back. Would have been interesting.
I saw you might have had your hands full holding off pockets there.
Yeah. Always he's a problem, but it's just racing.
Now, were you caught up in the incident at the end of pit road earlier in the race?
No. I think I was pitting on a different cycle. I didn't get involved with that one.
Okay. And Pockets, we obviously talked to you throughout the race as our in-race reporter. You bring it home P3 to make your way down here on the podium. I know it's not what you were going for. You definitely would have liked to have seen those last 3 laps go green, correct?
Oh, absolutely, and let me say that when you got a class driver that finishes ahead of you like BSR Brain Fade and he calls you a problem, then that means you had a good night anyway.
All right, Pockets. Any shout outs you want to give?
I would like to thank Richard and Mark Heyman, the owners of Drunken Cow Jerky. And I'd like to encourage everyone to visit drunkencowjerky.com and support this series. Support the people who support sim racing. If you're a sim race fan or you're a beef jerky fan, visit them, check it out, place an order. You'll have your order in a couple of days. You'll be highly satisfied. I guarantee it. I want to thank all my team members here at Bomb Squad Racing. They put on a great show. I thought that was a great race. It had a good climax there at the end. We hate to see one finish under caution, but when, like a good friend of mine, BSR Magoo said that, you have cautions because there was a lot of racing going on. So we're proud to get this one over. This is race number 8 in the series. I want to give congratulations to Brain on his second place finish. Big shout out to Chris V. He's always a super speedway ringer, and he showed it tonight. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and I want to thank you, Mark, and Pony Express Broadcasting for putting on a good show.
All right, and P2 Brain Fade, you got any shout outs you want to do?
I just want to thank the sponsor for what they do for our league. That Drunken Cow Jerky's been great, and they make a great product. So yeah, that's it.
All right, and our race winner, the number 10 BSR Chris V. Any shout outs before we get off the air?
Absolutely, I'll echo those comments. Richard and Mark Heyman. We couldn't do it if it wasn't for them, and Drunken Cow Jerky, 2 phenomenal guys. We're lucky that we're part of their group. And from my team, it was a team effort tonight. For the first time of the year, I had my wife Cindy. She was spotting for me, and my kids were changing the tires. I had my son Ryan on the front right tire, Matthew was in the back left, and my daughter Casey was even on the car. And my car owner of Jeff Moore down in Charlotte, North Carolina was watching. So I'm real happy for everybody, but especially happy for the Heyman brothers. And one last thing, BSR and Pockets. You know, Pockets runs the show here, and I'm just thrilled to be a part of this family. And it's a really nice place to be. So thanks for all you do too, Mark.
Yes, thank you.
All right, that's awesome shout outs. Awesome to see that it's a family affair there over on your team, and that's really cool. Speaking of Drunken Cow Jerky, this has been the Drunken Cow Jerky Saturday Night Team Series Bomb Squad Racing, brought to you by Pony Express Broadcast Network, live from Daytona International Speedway. We're going to go ahead and shut this down, but we're going to roll that Drunken Cow Jerky commercial one more time as we close up shop.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Have no less than you deserve. Circle of hate you inspired. Self-hate desire makes you a liar. It's not like you've been wrong. No question you're that strong. No words can ever hold you down. They said we'd never get it. They said we'd never win. They said we'd never get it. Never doubt me. They said we'd never get it.
I'm Matthew JC. JC All Stars here. This is Drunken Cow Jerky. This is the best jerky in all the land. Trust me.
It's all a lie. You feel this fight. That's just more fuel for you. Don't lose your mind. It's worth your strife. Take hold. It's all for you.
Good to go?
I think so. I guess we'll go back up.
Yeah, we'll go up. I got to tell my to get the points going.